Get him, Splinky. Get him. Stay there. Get him.
Hey guys, Beast of Bod here. Welcome to another analysis video. We're looking back at a bit of footage of me roaming Lance with my guildmate Splinky, or teammate even now. He's going Blackfeather Lane, rocking that new Blackfeather Dynasties skin. I really like it. Looking forward to the next tiers as well. So this game we've got Alpha in the jungle with me. She's going to be going Crystal, collecting up those minion camps. Now Alpha, Crystal, fairly late game. Blackfeather, again fairly late game. They've got a Lance in lane, weapon power Lance, and Attacker and Arden in the jungle. So they're going to be fairly early game. I can tell you it's a pretty rough game. It goes on for a fair while. So we try and get a bit of aggression down. I miss my impale, silly me. And let's go have a look. I think we're being a little bit aggressive here, going after Attacker. Perhaps was our first mistake. I'm trying to be sneaky, try and see if I can land on him. But yeah, we back off and go look for this Lance. Lance is insanely tanky, so to get him, it's pretty hard to... You saw how much damage Alpha didn't do, so that's 3 impales I've now missed. I do get better, I promise. So we're going to go back to rotating through the jungle, collecting our farm. So this game, I kind of wanted to highlight it because it's one of those games where things aren't going your way and it's really easy to give up. It's also, I quite like this series because I know that I'm not great roam. I know that I'm not great on, in general, I can always improve, and sometimes I get in the mindset of it's not my fault, it's their fault, and it's so important to make sure we're thinking, what could I have done differently to improve that situation? What could I have done? So I'm trying to do this series so that we can learn together what mistakes we shouldn't be making, especially against Attacker. So here, Blackfeather is rotating around the other way, Attacker's kind of backed up a bit. Here, it seems like it's kind of going our way. Alpha's got her passive up, so even if she dies, she should be fine. We pick up the Arden. I think we pick up the Attacker. Yes, just. But unfortunately, Spooky goes down. We're not going to die, we're going to take their farm. So here, we're thinking, okay, we're doing well. And getting their backs. I'm trying to keep Arden off of them as much as possible. Sneaky mine. Trying to always spot that. I like putting a mine at the backs, especially when I'm roaming, to try and see where they are. Because if you can see they're at their backs, it means you can take stuff. So here, we've stayed far too long. All 3 of them are up, they rotate into the jungle, and they're just going to kick us out and kill us. Alpha, I'm not sure whether she's going to get away. So I'm trying to build a fairly early fountain. I'm also going for contraption. I don't think I actually get the contraption in the end. I know it takes me a very long time to get the fountain in this game.
Mining has begun.
So Alpha's on her way. I'm just checking to make sure they didn't take any of our camps. They didn't. Good news. So here, we're just going to go back and do another rotation through the jungle.
That does not go there. 'Tis a silly place.
So, oh, I stole that. Yeah, I did. I'm happy face. Let her know that it was an accident. She gives me a happy face, so she's doing well. I do like this Alpha. It's great. She doesn't give up through the game, which always helps. It can be so tempting just to AFK and give up.
Your team captured one of your minion mines. Allied minion
So here you can see I haven't actually got that much vision set up. I am carrying flares just in case the attacker is a surprise entrance. And I'm going for the early Storm Guard to try and get a bit more damage out. With Lance it's especially good because you hit all of them in your front, so that Lance just goes through everybody. Here I think we're looking for a gank on the Lance, but I think he's rotated down his team to the shop. So yeah, we're going to go back and they're taking our fronts. I think they also get our middle regen counted by the looks of things, which is not good. Yeah, they did, and then they rotated up and ganked. So as you can see, we think we get a good early game, but actually, so going for this fight 2 on 3, first mistake, should not have just gone in, should have just left it, or if we wanted to go up around the easy way, the safe way, and then fight under our turret. If they want to fight under our turret, you know, they're going to take damage. So here, I'm thinking, okay, let's go for a contraption early. I can't actually remember what I built in this. I must get the contraption. We'll see. So here, Blackfeather's going to go and explode, but I think she goes right under the turret, and yeah, she does. Yeah, so she goes down. Sad times. She's not happy. Oh, and going in, I'm just going to die. I was too late. I shouldn't have gone in. I've gone down, but they get the ace. Massive minion wave. They're just going to push the turret down and should probably get gold one off of this as well. So, things to learn. If one of your team dies and the other team is running away, have a look, see whether you can help using the minimap. I don't do it enough. You need to grab the map and scroll across and have a look, see how much health they have, see whether you can actually do anything. Because if you can't, it's probably worth just backing off so you don't give them the ace and defending your turret. Oh, stole another one. That's 2. Here, trying to get some vision back up in our jungle. Chuck a flare. I didn't see what Alpha did there. Here, stocking back up. Mines and flares. With special attacker, it's so important to keep your mines and flares up. Because he can just box and then he's gone. So I arrived far too late for this fight. That flare is probably a little bit late. I think, yeah, I'm going to get melted here. Stun, 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 stun. So I've got rooted, stunned against the wall, stunned from the Ardent Gauntlet. Just not good. Here, I can't buy anything. I'm not getting it. Because we're not taking our jungle, I'm not getting any income. If Alfred hit that prime directive, I think she might have done severe damage to the attacker, which then meant now that Blackfeather's coming in, Splinky could have maybe picked up a kill. But we don't. Here, there's 3 of them, 2 of us. Attacker's full health, they're all full health. I miss another impale. Splinky, the king of dupes, around the tower, unfortunately. So here, I tried to root the attacker so the turret would continue shooting him. We're going to pick up the lance, but it's so messy. It seems like we're just coming out. It's like the lemmings. You heard it? So lemmings. One person comes out of the base. They run into the fight. They try and win the fight because obviously all your enemies are low health. And then the next person spawns. They think, oh, they're low health. I'll kill them. They run out and then they die because it's 1v3. You're so unlikely to win. Like, unless you're Gavalafar on a Sky who just has insane mechanics, insane plays, you're not likely to win. The thing with Vainglory, it's all about decision making on probabilities. if you think there's a good chance of you winning that fight, then take it. If you're not sure, unless it's a last-ditch situation, or even if you're very far ahead, I wouldn't. A last-ditch situation, then maybe you could do a kind of Hail Mary play, but otherwise it's kind of pointless. So I do pick up Contraption first, trying to spot out the attacker. Going to start building towards my fountain. Yeah, I just saved my memory. I stayed far too long. We know Arden's in there, but we don't know the attacker or Lance are. So we go fight. Here they all come in. Arden drops that gauntlet. We're all inside, trapped. Attacker manages to get out, but then, as you see, Arden's got a fountain. It's 10 minutes, I haven't even got a fountain yet. We're just going to just not do well. And Alpha doesn't get hit by anyone. Attacker comes back for a while. Like, we're sustaining fairly well through the fight, but if we had fountain, like, we would have been so much better off. So here we're nearly there. They pick up another ace. They're probably going to try and push the lane again, get another turret. And enemy is a nightmare. Probably the attacker, because he just seems to be wrecking everybody. There goes the turret. Nope. Oh. By the skin of its teeth, we saved the turret. So that, it just means as soon as I do the next, oh, it's a failed run through the wall. I always seem to not do very well. So here, I probably should have waited for Alpha. Yeah, there you go, the turret's gone now. So we've gone in, we know all three of them are there. Alpha's at the backs. Splinky does a good job trying to shoot, but for me, being a roam, I'm initiating the fight. If I initiate, Splinky's going to follow me. If it's not a good fight to be in, so there, we saw, I think we saw two of them. We didn't know where the third was. Don't engage, because it just means you're going to lose, especially because we're so far behind now with farm. They're miles ahead on farm. Splinky doesn't do too badly on farm, I think in this game he does. Yeah, he's not doing too badly compared to the Lance. But the Alpha is just we're getting destroyed in the jungle by the attacker. So here, this is a good choice of fight because we're under our turret. We've got somewhere to fall back to, but now we've gone too far a little bit. And we've had to fall back under our turret. So there, we probably wanted to just push them out and then not follow them. I think we got a bit too, it so often happens, you get a bit blood hungry. Oh, fantastic escape by Splinky. I think he just gets away. He when he's on roam, it's just fantastic to watch. He leads people on merry chase of ground bushes. So we've finally picked up our fountain. Now we can hopefully start to sustain it through our fights, especially for Splinky on that black feather who loves a long fight. Whereas Taka, once he's used his skills, his damage doesn't have that much. He tends to fall off. He's quite a bursty character. But here, I want to make sure that the lane doesn't get too pushed, because they've got both minion mines. However, I did leave Alpha on her own. I think the Lance went down, so it's just the two of them. I'm going to fountain, but it was too late. She decided to explode. She does pick up the attacker and respawns. I don't think, yeah, I'm not going to pick up Arden. Arden now is just super tanky. And Lance is coming. Lance wants me. So here, we probably could have punished the Lance because there's three of us up. Yeah, they're taking our middle region. Alpha's recalled though, I think she took the opposite side, so it's kind of a trade for trade. Not too bad. Here, drag the minion over. Here you go, Alpha. Have a free minion. Thank you very much. Oh. So there, I probably want to hit both of them, not just one of them. But never mind. We're starting to get back on track now. We're hopefully making the game last long enough that we're starting to hit our power spikes. And we can hopefully, if we get a couple of good team fights, we can turn it around. Alpha's thinking they're probably taking Kraken. I think it's probably likely they are. I say, okay, well, I'll go have a look. Yeah, so now I want to be careful because I know that Lance is in that bush.
I am the hand of justice.
So here, they're not actually taking Kraken. But they are all up. So again, this was a better choice. Instead, Spooky falls back, goes to get his farm, so the lane doesn't get too pushed. Clearing the lane out so that then it's pushing their way, so then if they do decide to do anything, they're at a disadvantage because their lane is pushed. So here, I probably shouldn't have placed that mine, I should have flared the Kraken to see if they were taking it. I don't think they were because they knew we were in lane nearby. And Alpha does the right thing. So Alpha earlier took some farm from Spooky in the lane, so she says, you take mine. Which is great. That's working together. It's all about teamwork this game. If you can share farm, you know, it was at the right time. Alpha should have been taking that farm because it meant we could push the lane faster. Then later she goes, here you go, take this. So here we're trying to get on the Lance. We managed to pick him up. Attacker is going to back off. Spooky popped his reflex block a bit early for the turret shot. I've been practicing this too, trying to reflex block turret shots. Yeah, the key thing is it makes you move back towards the turret. If you keep running away and press it, it can sometimes, it takes longer than you think to hit. It's kind of like Ringo's ult. But if you want it to reflex block it, stop or move towards it, hit the reflex block and let it hit you, and then carry on running. So I was fortunate there that there was minions there. I completely am not doing very well in this game with being pain. So Alpha's ported back, she's in the shop. I need to shop now to see what we're going to pick up. Oh, so I think Arden has got an AFK. A ping saying there's an Arden here, I don't know what he's doing. And I'm going to start picking up, yeah, Clockwork. So in hindsight, I probably should have picked up Aftershock rather than Clockwork. Lance's cooldown is so low anyway. Aftershock just aids that, and also it gives me a bit of damage to do. Aftershock on Lance is pretty strong. Because you can use your ability so often, it just adds a bit more damage. So here, we're going to go into the team fight. We're going to focus down the attacker if we can. I thought he was going to box, so drop a flare. Attacker's run away to leave the Lance by himself. Here, I push him into Kraken. I think, yeah, he's going to juke us and roll through the wall. Run round and go around the turret. So, we're going to come down. Try and take some of their farm. I think we're going to end up taking all of their jungle. We just need to be careful because our lane's pushed. But the good thing is we're sticking together. Now it's so late in the game. If you stay separate, so if you go stay one in the lane, two in the jungle, you're likely to get caught out. So here we're fighting deep underneath their turrets. Alpha really wants the kill. I don't think she gets it. I try and take the turret aggro for her. She managed to get out from turret range and then goes down, and Chaka decides to focus me, which means Alpha gets the reboot. So, and then she should pick up the, yeah, picks up the Lance. So here I'm thinking about what I should be going next. To be honest, there's not really anything I particularly need. I probably could have built a crucible, but I didn't really see the point. They both have reflex blocks, I think. We'll check in a minute. They both have reflex blocks to get out of the Ardent Gauntlet. That's about the only thing that they need to get out. Or what Spooky's got is Rose Offensive anyway, which you can go through the wall or block any debuff. So I think, okay, let's get some more damage. Let's try and help the team out in the team fights. We can sustain and we can find Tucker. They're the two most important things. We know our team fights are going to last a while, so the more damage we can all do, the less the team fights last. So now we've got plenty of vision on the map. We can see where everything is. We can see Tucker and Lance are both in the back. Lance is heading up to lane. And now we've worked out, unfortunately, Arden's AFK'd. Sad times. It always feels a little bit empty when you win because someone AFKs. The fights were kind of turning in our favour anyway, I like to think. Now that we were hitting our power spikes. I'm just going to go see what Tucker's doing. Give him a little poke. I forgot that we hadn't taken their first turret yet, so they haven't actually lost a turret. And we win by surrender. So it was a good game. I have a feeling we were turning it around even before the Ardent AFK'd. But yeah, it always makes me sad when people leave after a fight. So Flicky did pretty well. 120 actually out-farmed the Lance. It was just Alpha eventually caught up, which is great. And you know, it's team fights. If you can get a good team fight, even if you're losing, if you get a good team fight and take a few things off the back of it, you can easily come back. You've been great, guys. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment below of any epic battles where you've had veins down to almost nothing. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Splinky, save me, I'm gonna die. No! Haha! Stay there. Alpha go boom boom. Bye bye.